Are you tired of spending tens of thousands of dollars every single month in advertising only to send motivated customers into your dealership to be handled and dealt with by unmotivated salespeople, or even worse, untrained salespeople?
This is Rich DiRoberto.
Jack Enright.
My name's Dennis Milliron.
Hi, my name is Larry Abreu. I'm a sales consultant at Advantage Honda in Manhasset, New York.
DC Norman.
Jason Graciano from Paragon Honda. Danny Pavone.
Angel Perez. Andre Lopez.
Hi, I'm Indy Ibarra. I'm a sales consultant over at James Wood Cadillac.
Your average trainer gives you a book and tells you read it, go home, study it. Tim makes you actually go and do it.
I've been in the business for 20 years and some of the best training that I've been to.
I would recommend anybody who wants to be a high achiever to go through Tim's training.
If you're on the fence or undecided about going to a training course with Tim Kintz, I'm going to make this very simple for you. Go.
Hi, I'm Tim Kintz, and one thing I know for sure about this business is it's more competitive than ever. The days of just sending ragtag teams of salespeople out there to deal with customers, or even worse, hire them in masses, train them in classes, and fire their asses mindset is over. We need to create separation between us and our competitors if we're going to gain market share in this competitive market. And how do you do it? You're not going to do it through more advertising. You're not going to do it through spending more and more in TV, radio, all that traditional advertising that we know doesn't work. Here's how you're going to do it: by training and developing a team of professional salespeople that not only can sell the fresh up, the customer walking on your lot, but they can also retain that customer that they sell and turn a one-time customer into a lifetime customer.
I've gotten so many new and better techniques that I hadn't even heard of before.
Learning about becoming a better car salesman.
I think he really gets to you and brings out what you have sleeping inside of you.
Probably sold 8 to 10 cars a month and probably only made $4 or $5 grand a month. And then this Tim Kintz guy shows up and we started talking about closing and negotiating, and that's where it all hit home. From there, that very month, as soon as we left his class at the beginning of the month, I made 13 grand that month and averaged just over $1,000 in commission. $1,001.38 per car. So I figured that was pretty good, and that made me my first salesman of the month ever.
Don't give up on your team. Always work with them so that you can have a better quality team to serve the salespeople, because at the end of the day, we're here to make sure that the salespeople earn a great living.
And just reaching that extra level of having control on the customer and really being able to make it an easy process all the way through and closing more deals.
Mainly getting better at my job.
Don't you hate looking out on the lot and seeing your salespeople being led around like puppy dogs by the customer? I mean, doesn't it drive you nuts when the customers are better at buying than your salespeople are at selling? I mean, shouldn't our salespeople be better than the customers? This workshop is all about training salespeople how to control, lead, and direct the sale and deal with today's more educated buyers. Look, here's what we do know about today's buyers is they expect more than they ever have in the past. And we can't just throw an untrained salesperson out there and expect them to be able to deal with the customer that's been on 6 websites, that's been to 2 or 3 dealerships. We need to have highly trained professionals. And I will teach your guys how to deal with today's more educated buyer. I'll show them how they can keep the integrity of the sales process together by not getting into a price conversation, by getting that value higher than the price. Heck, we're also going to show these guys how to close the sale and get a real commitment. Don't you hate working car deals when the customer is not committed to buying? I mean, when the salesperson just says, hey, come on inside, let's see what we can do for you, and the customer doesn't even know what they're doing inside. Or they just think they're going to be able to get numbers and leave and go shop around with your numbers. Look, it's all about teaching your guys how to walk the customer through the sales process, how to get the value higher than the price, how to close, get a commitment. When they get objections, they're going to have a dozen different objection handling techniques so they can transition that customer inside and have a win-win negotiation. Look, let's make your job and our salespeople's jobs easy. Get them through training. You can't afford not to do it. It's costing you time and it's costing you money.
If you're thinking about and you're not sure about coming to attend this course, you should absolutely come. It's well worth it. It's worth what I don't even know what the dealership paid. I'll tell you, it's still cheap.
I kind of did not look forward to coming. I'm not great at speaking in front of people. I learned a lot and I want to come back. I loved it.
And really being able to make it an easy process all the way through and closing more deals.
I would recommend anybody who is in the position to train salespeople to attend this course and attend it now.
I love his process.
I'm so energized, I'm so excited and thrilled that Tim Kintz has finally come out with sales training that focuses on today's customer.
One of the best things about him is that he's up to date. You know, he's old school, he's moved up with the times, and he just got a ton of knowledge to share, man. I recommend him for anybody.
Anybody that just wants to get better in their career field and make more money, be able to take that Kintz Group high performance selling training.
Maybe you have a team of veterans in your dealership. You know, you might be looking across your showroom floor right now. You know that guy? He's been here 12 years, very loyal. Everybody loves him. You know, he's got 12 years of experience, right? But does he really have 12 years of experience? Or could it be 1 year of experience repeated 12 different times? You know, just because they've been there 12 years, does that mean they're trained and as good as they can ever be? I don't know, maybe you have veterans that are top producers. Maybe you have veterans that are the bottom guys or somewhere in the middle, but isn't it time to give them the training and the development that they need and deserve? I mean, do they have more potential than what they're doing right now? Of course they have more potential. That's why you keep them around. But they're only as good as they can get on their own. It's up to us as dealers and managers to get our salespeople the training and development they deserve.
Whether it's your first week out doing auto sales or you're a veteran, you're going to get many, many tools to put in your tool belt.
I feel like I'm better prepared to train my people and be a better manager by having customers.
Training with him really made me come back down to earth and realize, hey, we got to guide these people from step one. They don't do this every day. We do. So let's guide them through the process. Let's make it an easy process for them and get them into a car.
I've known Tim Kintz for about 1.5 years now. Guy's phenomenal. He's like a car selling Bible.
I'm excited. I'm ready to leave the class at the end of today, get back on the floor, and sell a car.
Whether you have a team of new hires, you just have one or two, you need to get them to class. We hired them. We owe it to them to give the training and development that they deserve. They're not going to be successful if we don't give them the tools to succeed. Send them to class now. You can't afford not to. Yeah, that's right. Here's how dedicated I am to developing your sales team. I'm standing out here in the freaking rain, getting rained on, shooting this commercial just so you guys can spend a little bit of money to make your guys better so you can make a ton of money. Quit kidding around, get your guys to class.